So, a recent guest on the Sean Hannity show on Fox News was none other than Field Marshal Goring. I mean, Commander at Large Greg Bovino. And he had some things to say. And now, they weren't talking about the recent ICE shootings of citizens in the street. No, they were talking about his coat. Take a listen to this.
Many on the left, including in the legacy media mob, are now comparing Border Patrol Chief, Greg Bovino to a Nazi. Nothing new. That's their favorite go-to. Why? Because he's walking around outside in the freezing cold in Minnesota wearing a long overcoat. Here to respond, U.S. Border Patrol Sector Chief Greg Bovino. Oh, so you're trying to stay warm, 0-degree weather, and that's their best response to you?
Sean, good evening, and thanks for having me. Exactly. That trench coat has been around with the Border Patrol since 1924, 101 years. Definitely one of my most warm uniform items that's been issued to me. And, they always go to that Nazi, that...
Now, they use the N-word, and I am not talking about the racial slur. I'm talking about the N-word that rhymes with Yahtzee. So whenever I want to say the N-word, I'm actually going to say Yahtzee. Now, the first thing that you'll notice is that he says that this overcoat that he was wearing has been issued for 101 years. The only problem with that is that in 101 years, we've never seen any Border Patrol agent. We have never seen any official, we've never seen any military personnel wear an overcoat that is like Bovino's overcoat. Now, he says that it's standard issue and he got it 25 years ago, okay? But if you actually take just his coat, not his face or anything like that, if you take that and you put that into an AI program, obviously remove his face so that AI doesn't know who you're talking about. You just show them the coat and then you ask them, does this coat look more like a U.S. issued overcoat, or does this look like something else? And what type of government would issue this? Do you know what they say? Totalitarian governments issue this overcoat, and it actually has a lot of similarities with various Yahtzee styles, okay? And the closest match is none other than an SS officer's dress overcoat. Now, what are some things that are really telling about this? Well, the wide peaked lapels, all of the buttons, all right? Usually American overcoats have, maybe 6 buttons on a double-breasted coat. He's got multiple buttons there, at least 8 buttons on that coat. And actually, this has an awful lot more in common with the Yahtzee style of a lot of buttons. Also, the color of the buttons, flashy gold buttons. In Yahtzee structure, the only people who were allowed to wear the gold buttons were field marshals or generals or very high-ranking political officials who were allowed to wear those dress overcoats with all of those buttons. Also, take a look at the cut, the really long cut that is very intimidating and presents a very stark figure. All right, that's also a hallmark of authoritarian regime fashion. All right. Another thing that isn't present on any U.S. overcoats that have been issued that I've seen in anything is those cuffs, those double rolled cuffs there, really, really thick rolled cuffs, and buttons going up the side there. He's got stars. He's got gold stars going up there. Now, you know who does do that? Yahtzee! And if you want to be perfectly honest, the group of people that those cuffs look most like is the generals from North Korea. They use those same peaked or pointed sort of cuffs, which is really strange. Take a look at these guys. How do they even walk with all of that brass on their chest? They must just be ready to fall over. Now, I will say this, if there's one thing that Bovino likes more than his overcoat, it's actually a Glamour Shots photo op. And here is an amazing picture of him wringing his hands as he plots world domination, okay? Now, I don't want you to think that I'm getting too down on this guy, okay? Because let's be honest, he deserves some props because it's a bold choice wearing a uniform from history's biggest losing streak. Okay, that takes a lot of guts. And then, if you couple that with the recent video that we've seen where he struggles to pull the pin on the gas grenade that he's trying to throw into protesters and he can't even do it, okay? I'm telling you what, that video and that coat says, I lost the war and my moral compass. Now, I just want to tell you, if Bovino ever watches this, he needs to be really careful, because if he clicks his heels together 3 times, he might find himself transported back to 1945. Now, I want to leave you with this. If it looks like a Yahtzee, and it walks like a Yahtzee, and it talks like a Yahtzee, it's probably a Yahtzee.